Hello and welcome to Jack Shit Gaming. Today, as you can see, we are playing Biomutant.
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end. Welcome to Biomutant.
Exactly what I just said.
Encode your DNA.
What the hell are these? Look at that. I'm just gonna be that one.
Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience.
Okay.
Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Commando.
Okay.
Psy-freak. Saboteur. Sentinel. Commando.
Now I'm going Commando.
Commando chosen. That'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice, or simply stop living.
Okay.
But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise, an echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
That's right. Light is only for those having difficulty seeing what's in front of them. Sticking to the me first path is the only way we'll be going places.
I'm surprised at the change of heart. I believe in putting yourself aside to help others, but helping the dark side is not that, you know.
You can't fight who you really are. The blood is obviously running red in our veins.
You're trying to keep us in the dark here, but you know it's blue blood in our veins and what it means. We have responsibilities. You can't fight the truth.
What the hell is that? Alright, okay.
Right is always right.
Oh, it's not left. was that?
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
We. Ow. Oh, it's
Better
kind of.
make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
Right, it's kind of the intro cutscene. Okay.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes.
Kaboom. Oh dear.
The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. Put an end to it. Shot through.
I have a little more out of things. Let's see what's in here first. Let's go. I'm like a nuclear fallout bunker. What? Graphically, it's very good so far. You get a minute of that. Robo grasshopper thing.
The oil sludge is everywhere. To most, it only means death. But some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution. Dead on.
Okay. Really nice looking. No. Level up. Oh, is that a sweet meat?
Look, an emergency box.
Crowbar. Allow crowbar.
Looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy.
Oh, claw bar.
Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Why does it keep on doing that?
The morks would infect the cellular coding strands of any living being. When absorbed, including you. Great shot.
Yeah, the corner. Climbing, climbing, climbing.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
Dum dum dum. What? Ah, okay.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
So is this just a dig at eco stuff? This entire game.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door.
Pew pew.
A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Right in the face. Chop, chop. Slashing dash.
Kinda reminds me a bit of Batman combat.
Switched off the lights. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
He's just a wheelchair man. Whee!
Loma Utulu Ba
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds figure out why.
To why
He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up.
no eket Ujbar no barke.
He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed.
Bubuko von Wung-Fu.
There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true.
Kanuka no burak.
The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad.
Tolua no toloka.
The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past.
toloa no toloka.
There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end.
Weta gono.
He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have.
Mauketo tolu ayada.
It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land.
Luatolo mau.
Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.
Flashback. Tiny little thing now. I don't even know what the fuck I am.
Asks if you were tired, as it's as if your probably did. Stands why I am. Nono, but with this of life. He claims it energy, power like the Nono.
Why is he Elvis?
Prefer to as you should get and come out of. They don't come up. Just what the and grow into a tree you saw grow into a tree. It'll be the tree for a long tall is with no as they. And he wants you to use the Nono was key, the primal energy. Like you've never.
Well, I am the player.
Hopes the world. Your folk the tree. Connection with them to doubt. On, he were tree of only for our everyone. The land Muma will to hurry back to the village before your Muma got lots on and as if they let the predator family live or not.
Luatolo mau.
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. It's part of a trail you can follow.
Luatolo mau.
He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain.
Oh, it's the same dude. You used to be
The tree
Elvis.
started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived.
Ewe boboye.
Records tell of the ruinous devastation the Toxanol Corporation inflicted on the land. The apocalypse sparked a re-evolution, the second coming, and our lineage. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of Date says his friends are gearing up to stop the World Eaters. There's one at the end of each route. The road ahead won't be easy, but he's counting on your support. His friends aren't strong enough to end this on their own. He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't saved.
Yalawa Watnawa.
Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the tribe war and the situation with the World Eaters.
Do wobble.
Oh wow, he's giving me the net. Whoa. Right, now where? Alright, cool. The little grasshoppers are turned into a light. That's kinda cool.
You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb.
Alright, cool, I'm back outside again.
Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
Pissed on it. Alright, so since that's saved, that will do it for episode 1 of Biomutant. Yeah, I know it was a bit slow, but hopefully you'll tune in for more. It looks really graphically amazing. I'd imagine it looks so much better on PC and PS5, but yeah. So I will catch you in the next episode, and please hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you're not, and share and comment. Thank you very much. I'll see you again.